The headlines, examination results and placement list for Form 3, 5 and 6 will be released tomorrow, Monday, January the 13th. The National Referral Hospital is experiencing a surge in respiratory cases recorded in the last 8 days. And Solomon Water Kongulai Water Treatment Plant and Pipeline Project Court of Appeal hearing to be held in April this year. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanau. The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development has confirmed that the examination results and placement list for Form 3, 5 and 6 will be released tomorrow. Alex Dadamu with the details.
The examination results and placement list for Forms 3, 5 and 6 will be released tomorrow, Monday, January 13th. Acting Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, Christopher Sakiri, confirms the date to SIBC News. He said the ministry is working to meet that date.
Years 9, 11 and 12 examination results released by time law Monday, number 13th January 2025, also in schedule of ministry. According to schedule, tentative school lists and placement lists by him should available this Friday, which is next tomorrow. However, ministry, especially division responsible, him needing some time for go through, finalize the reports so that I'm ready for the ministry, education providers, schools, and even the media. That is why time him needed during this weekend for the final release of the results law Monday, number 13th January. Look at the reports here. There will be some for the data analysis with them brief notes on students' enrollment law last year, law year 9, 11 and 12, and those who are placed law next level for this year 2025, law 10, 12 and 13.
He adds that the endorsement and signing by Permanent Secretary Dr. Franco Rodi and the Minister Honorable Tozen Leokana is also scheduled for tomorrow.
For side law endorsement, it will also be law Monday to year. The reports are law that file assessment report by him Garem na one file form whereby PSM read through the submission by division responsible, then him look him, assess him everything before him finally sign. Like the first same day Monday, number 13th here. Actually, the report by PSM assessing, then by him advising minister for signing when him looking at him meeting requirements for signing by the minister.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
The National Referral Hospital NRH has reported a surge in respiratory cases over the past 8 days, with adult cases outnumbering those in children. Alex Dadamu reports.
The National Referral Hospital is experiencing a surge in respiratory cases recorded in the last 8 days. NRH Medical Superintendent Dr. Janela Solomon confirmed to SIBC News. Dr. Solomon said cases which involve adults is higher than that of children.
For the last 8 days, so since January 1, we follow looking pattern blow respiratory cases were coming inside the emergency department. Them a little bit increased from less than 10 to now him go up to almost 20 cases per day. Highest total number of cases where we follow looking within the last 1 week since New Year, him 24, yeah. So 24 cases, but the numbers have maintained above 10 cases today. For Pikinini, me follow Garem 2-3, but adults now me follow looking him high Thomas. I think the highest low one follow day him 89 cases with respiratory symptoms. Now, and me follow monitor him every day for looking what pattern him by look like, but look at him still maintain low level where him no go below 10, yeah, him still above 10 cases.
Dr. Solomon added that despite the increase of respiratory cases, no COVID cases were recorded. She said that some of the respiratory cases recorded are TB and influenza.
The symptoms seem suspicious. It's not COVID, but there was no evidence to prove that COVID infection because if I know now this time now if I look him, there's something strange or some we might be doing some just but not for regular, yeah. But if I'm COVID, him by vary too, yeah. Some patient by COVID, some by different virus or same. So unless we do testing, we won't know too what na lohata every patient there. So some of this respiratory disease, TB, some fala virus or same na lohata cases we come in here. But insurance board no more sem mi fala interest too much for sabe wata so mi fa testing influenza ya.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
The Court of Appeal hearing for the Solomon Water Kongulai Water Treatment Plant and Pipeline Project is scheduled for April this year.
The Solomon Water Kongulai Water Treatment Plant and Pipeline Project court case will be heard by the Court of Appeal in April this year. CEO Carmen Piantedossi said, currently, there is no work being carried out at the site despite the contracted company's presence at the site. The Kongulai Water Treatment Plant and Pipeline Project was terminated last year.
Honourable Member, we're still going through our legal process with that. At the moment, I'll go to the end of the process, we have a Court of Appeal hearing in April next year to address the ex parte order that they put down in December last year.
So where is that project?
It's at standstill at the moment.
So no work is being done?
No substantial work is being done, although the company is still on site.
So what does that mean to the donor?
Everything's
Some
come to
pressure from them?
Sorry, Chair.
Has there been some pressure from the donors, for you to quickly move forward in?
Yes, we've had pressure from the donors and every stakeholder to see if we can progress this as quickly as possible. But we are sort of tied by the legal process. Yeah, the performance of the contractor has been questioned, and obviously that led to the termination of that contractor by SIWA on the 13th of December last year. And since then we've been going through a legal process to resolve the contractor's claims.
Opposition leader and member of the Public Accounts Committee, Honourable Matthew Wale said, given the magnitude of the project, it is surprising to see the checks and balances associated with such $1 million project is not properly carried out.
Yeah, this is a very tragic situation, and I don't know how Solomon Water and the donors got us into this mess in the first place. You would think the due diligence processes would have eliminated shady characters like that, but here we are, and the provision of the service is suffering as a direct result. But it is, I really am very surprised with kinds of resources, especially the multilaterals have, that we ended up with a contractor of that dubious kind of shade.
Andrea Maahanwa for SIBC TV.
Now, the Ministry of Forestry and Research is looking to repatriate more than 20,000 plant species from Fiji back to Solomon Islands. Permanent Secretary Rijuson Raumai said the country's plant species was kept at the regional herbarium in Fiji after the ministry's herbarium at Botanical Garden was destroyed during the ethnic tension.
Red Plus were also implemented by ministry. Improvement law only green belt blame law Botanical Garden area. Relocation of plant specimen blame wahem style of Fiji. As we speak, officers blomifala of Fiji this time for documenting na repatriation law more than 20,000 plant specimen blame wahem kept a regional herbarium wahem staple of Fiji following na this fella ethnic tension where spoil them na herbarium inside the Botanical Garden. So mi fella fly every specimen there for safekeeping. So now that mi fella we complete the herbarium building, mi fella like repatriating back now the plants blame come back to Solomon. So I'm one fella priority too under this fella program.
The Gender in Law Equity in Legislation workshop organized by the Women's Rights Action Movement Solomon Islands wrapped up in Honiara, bringing together legal professionals from across the public and private sectors to discuss crucial law reforms aimed at advancing gender equality. Andrea Mahanua attended the workshop closing and filed this story.
The Gender in Law, Equity and Legislation workshop has successfully concluded in Honiara on Friday. Organized by the Women's Rights Action Movement, Solomon Islands, RAM, the 5-day workshop brought together legal professionals from across the public and private sectors. RAM's legal officer, Bezel Aunima, told SIBC TV the workshop enabled participants to discuss RAM's work on law reforms.
One of the key mandates of the Women's Rights Action Movement, or RAM for short, is policy and legislative reforms, but within gender, looking at laws from gender lens. So workshop have come about purpose blend, just for informing lawyers about what the current wakablo organization in relation to TSF. Because people hear about additional seats, but ota no sabe what na amendment o how na baham look like law. At the same time, the Family Protection Act. So just getting the lawyers in one space, they get to share about their thoughts on the work that we've been doing.
Participants delved into the Provincial Government Act 1997 and the Family Protection Act, which allowed them to give legal opinions on the proposed amendments for both legislation. Aunima emphasized the importance of looking at law reform through a gender lens.
All right, so time we talk about gender. People tend to see gender as a different thing altogether, but it's very important for me as citizens of Solomon Islands, when we make laws, by impacting women and men differently. So it's very important for lawyers, practitioners, for ensuring that mifala upholding to wakablo mifa in terms of justice by understanding the gender perspective when it comes to laws. So me para thankful of participants, because after this one by finish, by mifa drafting up their feedbacks, which by inform to advocacy, by mifala law government, holding them accountable to their commitments that they made. So the outcome of this workshop is getting a written submission out from this.
Meanwhile, workshop participant Joycelyn Ahukela said it was encouraging to see more women in the legal profession.
One first thing me looking na is that like this workshop contains many women with law backgrounds now come at it from NGOs, other ministries, and also most of all some fellow private sector. So how me looking that women are empowered, like same as man too, but because of some fella thing like also imi culture blame it too, and so stop a woman for this, do this and that. So as one of something me looking is coming together a workshop and bara empowering woman na like nara female for empowering nara female, men for take responsibility for empowering to other women and come to gender equality. Everyone must get rights. Every workplace, communities, or same.
SIBC News understands the workshop was supported by the Australian government and Pacific community through the Pacific Women Lead Project. Andrea Maahanwa for SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development will launch the Secondary Sector Education Improvement Project this year.
The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development will commence the Secondary Sector Education Improvement Project this year. Minister Tozen Leokana says the project will focus on the renewal of secondary school curriculums and capacity building for teachers.
In 2025, my ministry will commence the Secondary Sector Education Improvement Project funded by the Asian Development Bank. And this project will focus on renewal of senior secondary school curriculum, 10 senior school infrastructure projects, and capacity building for teachers and school leaders.
Minister Leokana adds the ministry will be receiving a grant from the Global Partnership for Education to undertake a 5-year system transformation program. He says the program will focus on areas including teachers' management.
Also in 2025, my ministry will receive a grant from the Global Partnership for Education to undertake a 5-year system transformation program that focuses on teachers' management, education information management system, and professional development for teachers. On this note as well, Mr. Speaker, we have my ministry continued to establish, working with the Australia and New Zealand government through the new partnership design, which will commence implementation in April next year, 2025. As a relatively young country, We must continue to invest hugely to the education of our citizens, boys and girls, men and women, so they can receive quality education. Education, as we know, is the key part of our country and our society growth and progress. When our people are educated, they can significantly contribute to their families, community, and country. Moreover, Mr. Speaker, education helps individuals improve their communication skills by learning to read, write, speak, and comprehend. Education is a process where an individual like you and me, we acquire or we impact basic knowledge to one another, such as develop skills, essentials to daily living, learning social norms, develop judgments and reasonings, social problems, and learn how to discern right from wrong.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Provincial Government and Institutional Strengthening has seen improvements in the operation and capacity building of provinces in the past year. Minister Wayne Gemu says there have been improvements in terms of resource mobilization and technical capacities of all provinces. He adds provinces have also scaled up their efforts in addressing the impacts of climate change.
Efforts have led to the remarkable achievements in improving the governance and infrastructure of our provinces. Under the Provincial Development Fund, we have Mifala successfully delivered over 1,700 solid projects here at a total cost of SBD $335.9 million. Since the inception of the program from 2008 until to 2024. So a lot of things have been done and achieved under this program. In terms of deliveries, Western Province has delivered about 388 projects, followed by Central. Malaita, 264 projects, Choiceol 195 projects, Makirau Lava 103, Isabel 94, Guadalcanal 78, Temotu 186, and Rainwell 19 projects. Of all the SBD 335.9 million expenditure 49% lo health, education and health infrastructure. Lo okata people blame lo rural areas. We come to the next point, the financing capital development fund for the 9 provinces. Sir, by me quickly this one, the current commitment of the Somaliland government to Provincial Capital Development Fund starts at SBD 30 million per annum. In addition to this, the World Bank Integrated Economic Development and Community Resilient Project is committing grants of SBD 84 million to the PCDF in the next 4 years. Speaker Say, you may also recall that on 1st of November this year, I formally launched the SBD 128 million local adaptive living facility project of PGSP funded by the government of New Zealand and European Union. This project will fund the PCDF to the tune of SBD $14.5 million annually for the next 4 years starting this year. I'm already starting now, Speaker Say. There is also improvement, sidelong resource mobilization for all our provinces. There is also a huge improvement on the technical capacity at all the provincial level, 9 provinces below you. Ward profiles too, next one, and the climate change strategy for our 9 provinces. funds have provided for the programs here. The provinces, all the non-provinces, are happy about the programs here. They have commended the ministry, the partners, saying that this year we're achieving a lot of improvements than compared to previous years. Further, there is now computerization of all the provincial accounts now. Capacity, training too, go ahead. So all our provinces this time are now fully computerized. 3 rounds of training, sir, have so far been provided to provincial treasuries and the project team in the ministry. The provincial treasuries and their deputies are now very familiar with computerized accounting package. This is a new thing, sir, and fully commending this program, sir. Improvements in governance. Sir, you sabe, UDT blow this country embrace local 9 provinces blow UB. One of the important things that ministry is for stronger governance blow local 9 provinces, as well as strong governance too, law finance law, discipline law there. Provincial audit performance too is the other one, sir.
Now, more couples are now seeking fertility treatment earlier than in previous years, with many opting for early fertility diagnosis. Andrea Mahanua filed this story.
More couples are now starting fertility treatment early, unlike previous years. Local obstetrician-gynecologist Dr. Jack Siwainau explained he has observed more young couples seeking fertility diagnosis early rather than waiting for a later stage.
Lots of couples come look at me. Time some fella come stay at least 4, 5, 6 years or them, then start come na. A little bit unusual for me looking na come early, but this time me looking some fella couple after 1 year no more come for help na, which me think him good. But some fella where me looking, some other wait go after 20 years or 15 or you wait too long. Purpose blow marriage is to have children as soon as you think. So in terms of infertility, definition blame, so you got frequent sexual intercourse inside of 12 months and you know how conceive him infertility na. So if him 12 months, you should seek him help na after that one.
He adds, assisting couples struggling with fertility issues has been a fulfilling experience.
This all work me doing this time me baro enjoy because beginning lo career blow me time me start work lo beginning come yet me start deal with infertility finish even before me become obstetrician gynecologist or specialist blow women me interest finish for doing this whole work with him fertility. And greatest joy blow mina is time couple or come then me feel doing test and him positive yeah. Hey, me so happy too much. In time me feel doing scan more then me feel looking baby and at last time baby him born. Time baby him born me look him that fella baby him face cry yeah. Him na greatest joy blow me. And every time lo waka blow me, aim blow me every time is to put a smile on my patients. Yeah, some time things are difficult, but at the end time if I achieve him na what aim blow kita, time me look him that fall smile me happy na.
SIBC News understands Dr. Siwainau hopes to expand fertility treatment and medical laboratory services at the Mercy Siwainau Clinic in the future. Andrea Mahanwa for SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.